Hello there, Leo. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for the full moon in Aries that will be on October 13th, 2019. We're going to talk all about this full moon energy that's coming up and what it's going to mean for you and how it will affect you. I'll be doing some general readings from your astrological chart, and we'll also be getting into doing some oracle and tarot readings to just give you a bigger picture of what you'll be looking forward to with that moon coming up. So just a few quick notes before we get started, that this is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Leo out there. So take what resonates and leave the rest for some other Leo, because there's a lot of you out there. And when it's doing general messages, it's going to address many Leos, and it won't always pick up on your specific energy. This will mostly correspond with Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So if this one doesn't particularly resonate with you, check out some of my other readings for your Moon, Venus, or Rising signs as well. And all Leo cross-watchers are very welcome to be here today. So before we get started yet again, let me go ahead and ask you, if you have not already, reach out with that dragon claw, click that subscribe and like button. Let us know that you enjoyed this content, and please check out the information in the description box if you're interested in a personal reading or just general information about the decks that I use in my readings, because I always link those below. So if you are a reader yourself and you're interested in any of these decks, you can check them out for yourself. So let's go ahead and start with the major astrological chart. This is the universal energy that's coming up with that Leo full moon, Aries full moon for you, Leo, because Aries is a really great full moon for you. This is a fire sign, so it's going to really impact you more positively than the other signs. You know, the other fire signs will also be feeling this energy, but it's extra lucky for you and Sagittarius. Those are the ones that are really feeling a lot of dynamic, fiery, energizing kind of energy from this full moon coming up. So for you, Leo, you'll really feel this aspecting a couple of spots in your universal energy. This is different from your personal chart. This is for the universal energy of Leo. So both are very applicable to you, and you'll definitely feel them both. But for you, it's that beautiful, you know, first house, fifth house, and ninth house energy being activated for you. So you'll definitely feel it in the sense of it's activating that first house, and that is the Aries energy, which is the first sign. Aries motto is I am. So it's all about, how to identify, who am I, why am I here, what is my purpose on earth while I am here. So for you, Leo, and for all signs, you will definitely be asking those questions. The area that you will most be asking them in is going to be the ninth house, because that's where the Aries full moon will actually be aspecting for you. So the ninth house deals with Sagittarius energy, Leo. This is going to make you very aware of things that you want to learn in life, maybe places that you haven't gone yet, either mentally, physically, emotionally. It's challenging you to reach higher, to aim further, because it's that Sagittarius always shooting the arrows, you know, seeing what sticks. So you might be putting out some ideas, or even if it seems kind of far-fetched, it's time for you to dream big with this Aries full moon coming up. The other house that gets very strongly aspected here is your fifth house of Leo, because Jupiter is in the sign of Sagittarius, and it's going to be trining that full moon on that day. And so it really gives extra luck, extra expansion. So it's like any walls or anything that's been very narrow or limiting in your life, it's like you really just want to knock those down, especially when it comes to your heart, your emotions, the way that you express your creativity. All of that's coming to the surface, Leo, so don't be surprised if you feel really, really energized around this full moon. The other thing I want to bring up is that both Saturn and Pluto are moving direct now in the sign of Capricorn, and so that is squaring that full moon on the same day. So it definitely brings challenge to the surface. It's going to make us look at that shadow side of ourselves. So Leo, if you feel that challenge, don't be surprised by that. It's really just fine. You might feel a little moody, you might feel a little dark, because all of us are dealing with that. It's sort of like the challenge from Pluto and Saturn, along with the positive benefit from Jupiter, are sort of giving this energy of out with the old, in with the new. You know, it's like we're letting go of old painful cycles, habits, routines, things from the past that have hurt us, especially things like rejections, or, you know, people just not being kind to us, that kind of stuff really that stings, you know, kind of deep. Those are the things that are coming up to be released and healed. So let those things go as much as possible, Leo, because there's really good, beautiful, fiery, lucky energy coming in for you with these astrological patterns of this full moon. So let's go ahead and start pulling some cards. I'm going to start with a major arcana card, a spirit animal card, and an energy oracle card to get an idea of your major themes around this Aries full moon, and then we'll start with some moon cards and some tarot to get some deeper advice for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Leo as we do their full moon for October 2019 reading. Please guard their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. All right, Leo, so that Judgment card comes up, very Scorpionic energy, in my opinion, very Pluto, where we're really, you know, calling out things that, you know, need to be revived, need to be restored. This is a restoration of old dreams, old desires, old things that you really wanted to work out and maybe didn't in the past, and there they come back to life. So that's a very beautiful card to start things out with. So then let's pull a spirit animal card and see which of these guys is strongest with you for this full moon. They are jumping in there today. Very, very strong. Okay, ooh, I like this. Oh, Leo, you got the butterfly. This is rebirth. Such a gorgeous card. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Leo, to me, this is saying that transformational energy is very strong with you. You got the Judgment card, which is really like coming back to life from the dead. And, you know, the metamorphosis stage for the butterfly is almost the same way, because they go into that cocoon and it's almost like they have died. And then they come back as this beautiful new being. So very strong transformations coming up for you, where you're really opening up to some new stuff and letting the old life die and go. So it's a really positive start to this full moon. So let's pull an energy card and see what comes out of here. Okay, I'm just going to go with both of these because they felt like they wanted to come together. So one of them is a victory and one of them is strategy. So Leo, to me, when I see both of these coming together, yes, there's a very strong chance of success. And then the strategy says that you need a little bit of a plan to get there. So I would definitely say that it's not a foregone conclusion that this will be a victory. It's very likely, though, if you put in the time, put in the planning and the effort, it will be. So definitely make sure that you map out where you would like to go. Think about what kind of steps that you have to take to, you know, attract that success that you really want to achieve. That's a very, very strong beginning to this reading. So I'm going to move Mr. Dragon on over here to the side and let him guard the crystals like he does. And we're going to pull some Moonology cards, and we're going to pull some tarot, and we're going to just do a past, present, future column around this moon energy to see what kind of story emerges from this aspect. Yes, Leo. So I love to see this. This actually lines up really beautifully with the first 3 cards that we pulled. So bring love into the situation. This is in the immediate past situation. So this is going to be energy that you brought in and learned from the last full moon in Pisces, which was September 13th. So this is bringing love into the situation with this new moon energy in Aquarius. So this is being more giving, more generous, letting your ego go, letting your pride not get the better of you. Going into the present situation right now is nothing is yet set in stone with a mutable moon energy, which means it's a flexible energy. So that's why that strategy and that victory are both there, because right now you have to be very flexible. There's not a foregone conclusion. You're still in the process of writing your story, forming your strategy. And then in the near future here, this energy of coming up over the next month or so is your hard work is paying off with that new moon in Capricorn. So that's very blessed. To me, as we go direct with Saturn, which rules Capricorn, it does tell you that. And I'll tell you, Capricorns, they love a plan. They love a strategy. They love to, plan for the future to make things solid. So embrace that energy, Leo, because it's going to be very positive for you to do that. And also, I would say just take care of the practical things. Take care of, the organizational steps you need to. And also make sure to take good care of your health, because that is where that Capricorn energy is universally highlighting your chart. So make sure that you're, just eating right, sleeping enough, not, working yourself too hard. Very important. So let's pull some more. So not from another moon-based oracle deck, and we'll see some deepening messages here underneath these. Wow, okay, Leo, so look at this. So underneath the new moon in Aquarius, you have the Faith card, which is the warm moon, and I've got my little list. I always look at these. I believe that's March. Yes, so the warm moon is the full moon that happens in the month of March, because that's the first month of spring. And so these are the old, the indigenous names for those particular moons, and that's usually when the earthworms would be very active. The birds get active in March, so that's why that's the name for it. So you may see some of your efforts and energy that you've put in really come into a culmination going into that month of March. Very, very possible. Things that you started, especially last month, start to feel like, oh, okay, this is making sense. I'm starting to see some things really paying off in March of 2020 around the full moon that month. So look at this. I love this card, Leo, and it's been coming up for almost everybody for this full moon reading, because like I said, Aries is about self-identity, self-actualization, realizing who you are, and that self-reflection card keeps coming up with the waning gibbous. So this is all about stepping back after this full moon, because that's what follows after the full moon is the waning gibbous moon. And this gives you that moment to really kind of think about, well, who am I? Looking in the mirror, saying, what is my true purpose, my true identity? How do I identify? What is it that I feel most strongly led to do? And that's lining up with that nothing is set in stone. So Leo, this tells you, you have flexibility. You can rewrite your story. You can rewrite who you are. If you need a fresh start, want a fresh start, you can absolutely do that. It's like you've got more malleability, more, it's like a soft piece of clay. You can still sculpt it a little bit and mold it and work with it. So that's a really beautiful thing to have. And then going into this near future with the last quarter moon, the gratitude card comes in next to the new moon in Capricorn, with your hard work is paying off. There's that feeling of gratitude, that feeling of, oh, I worked hard for this, and I'm so thankful that finally this has started to come into view. Such a beautiful reading so far. So let's pull some tarot and see what comes up next. All right, Leo. So this again is a lot of beautiful, very new, fresh building energy. So that immediate past card, there's the Fool, there's the innocence, the leap of faith, moving forward with a purity of heart. And then going into the present moment, you are truly building something new for yourself. That gorgeous Three of Pentacles, which is all about starting something new that has a very good chance of becoming solid, strong, grounded, and rooted. And going into the immediate future is that Two of Pentacles, which is all about balancing the money, balancing your resources, balancing the the particular details of your life and organization. And I think as that future comes in, where the hard work is paying off and you're having all this, start to come back for you, it's like, yeah, you have to work a little harder to balance day by day, because you might be taking on extra responsibilities as well. So let's just pull some modifiers to clarify these a little bit. See what could be a little bit deeper around some of this. Oh my goodness, Leo. So, this is gorgeous. And I think that really what you've moved away from, what you've gone in a different and better, more positive direction from, Leo, is drama of a bad sort. Because that Five of Wands can be conflict, arguments, bickering. It is your own energy because it's fire, but it's not the happiest manifestation of that fire. So, anywhere that either you've been feeling in conflict or feel like you've been, getting more upset than maybe you should about something, or where people have been coming at you and there's just been a lot of arguing, conflict, this is you really stepping away from that with that Fool card, making that conscious, leap of faith to say, I don't want to do this anymore. And even if it meant leaving a bad situation, I'm feeling more of actually a job or a, coworker situation, but it could also be a relationship. But you've definitely left something behind that really, was not good for you. And so you're stepping into that Three of Pentacles, and here's what you're really rebuilding and healing. Look at that King of Cups coming through with healing. So you are, at the same time you're building something very solid and strong and stable and practical, there's also this very spiritual element. And this Three of Pentacles does have a very spiritual element because it is two people coming to the architect saying, we want to design, a new temple, a new spiritual center. So there's that balance of the earth, but there's also the spirit that they plan to fill this new structure with. And so that King of Cups comes in, and it is that very spiritual, intuitive, emotional energy. And this is all about healing the mind, the heart, your self-confidence and your self-worth all come up there, Leo. It's beautiful. So then, unbelievable, at the present, in the immediate future, I can't barely talk, it's just really cool. So over top of that Two of Pentacles, again, the Fool card from a different deck came out. So you had the Fool card twice. Leo, this is all about your fresh new perspective, fresh new innocence. Again, taking that leap of faith, carrying that flower of purity. It's like you're, moving forward with a more childlike mind and wonder with the world. And, letting go of a lot of fear, doubt, anxiety, worries about the future, and just taking things one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't worry past that because, the future is not here yet and the past is already gone. So this is a beautiful thing that you're stepping into, Leo. I love it. This is your messages for the full moon of Aries. Hope you have a wonderful moon cycle. I will be back very soon. And remember, if you can't take the heat, don't tickle the dragon. I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.